Hey there, this is Michael from Automata Garden, and today I'm going to show you how to play Starline Hill. Starline Hill is a two-player game, and I'll demonstrate everything as though you and I are playing against each other. First, let's get set up. I've got my skyboard set up here. Each of us is going to get 15 player stars of the same color. For now, I'll take yellow and you'll take red. The blue neutral star pieces can live in a pile next to the board. Constellation cards should be shuffled and placed next to the board as well, typically opposite the neutral stars. We draw 3 constellation cards to be face up, our first batch of available constellations, and we're ready to go. In Starline Hill, we will take turns using our player stars to take spaces in the sky in an effort to form them into the constellations that are available. Each constellation is worth a number of points as indicated in the top right corner of the card. A constellation's point value is based on how many stars are required to form the pattern. The player with red takes the first turn. When it gets to be your turn, you can choose to pass, which we'll talk more about later. Most of the time, though, you'll want to play on your turn. This means first taking an action, and then optionally claiming. There are 2 options for the action you can take on your turn. You can either place a star or draw a line. We can't draw a line on an empty board, so we'll talk about that one a bit later. To place a star, simply choose any empty space on the board and put one of your player stars there with a neutral star underneath. Now that you've placed, the action part of your turn is done, and you would optionally be able to claim. You haven't matched any constellation patterns yet since you only have 1 star in the sky, so no claiming yet. Next, it'd be my turn. Let's fast forward a few turns. Say you place a star here as your action. Now you've matched a constellation, Rapu, so you can claim it if you wish. It's important to remember that you don't have to do so immediately. You can claim it at the end of any of your turns, as long as your stars still match its shape. But let's say you claim it now. You'll place the card next to you, indicating that you've earned the number of points indicated in the top right corner. There's no way to lose these points. Next, take back the player stars used to make the constellation's shape. Leave your other player stars in the sky, and leave the neutral stars underneath your returned player stars behind as well. Lastly, draw a new constellation to become available in the center. Another thing about claiming, any rotation is valid for claiming. You could also have made this shape for Rapu, but a reflection, like this, is not a valid way to claim Rapu. Also, note that you can only claim 1 constellation per turn. Now, because we have exposed neutral stars, we can talk about the second action, drawing a line. If you have 2 of your color player stars bookending or surrounding a straight line of exposed neutral stars, you may draw a line by placing player stars on top of all of those neutral stars. I'm able to do this now that you've claimed, like so. It doesn't matter how long the line is, as long as you have enough player stars remaining to draw over the entire line. If you don't, you can't do it at all. You can never draw a partial line. Also, to reiterate, you can only draw a line over neutral stars. If there are empty spaces, or any player stars between your 2 bookends, the connection is severed. That's all you need to know for taking turns in Starline Hill. There are 2 conditions under which the game can end. The first is if there are no more constellations to be claimed. The deck is big, so normally you won't run out, but once the board is full, meaning there is a blue piece on every single space, we stop drawing new constellations after claiming. The second condition for end of game is if both players pass their turns in immediate succession. You can pass any turn you wish, but you can also be forced to pass if there are no actions you can legally take on your turn. Again, an action is either a placement or drawing a line. And now you're ready to begin your game. Enjoy Starline Hill, and check out our website for answers to frequently asked questions, news, and more.